look, Santa, these are really cool things. I think you should get them, if not for me, for someone else who loves video games. These two, this combination, this one just released. And shout out to, I don't know if we're going to get there yet, but, the House of the Dead. I bought the first one. I forget on what, maybe it is on the Xbox. This is a great, shout out to Sega. Sega just with some bombs. Okay, this is $1.99. I don't know if I'm telling my wife I'm buying this here like in like 2 seconds. $1.99. This game looked cool. 13. Saints Row. I don't know why so many people have spoken so poorly about Saints Row in the industry, in the video game industry, but I think Saints Row is a really cool game. I like it a lot. Maybe I'm looking at it through nostalgic eyes, or some people call me, oh no, I'm looking at it through a vacuum, like where I have a like limited knowledge. No, that I like all the criticisms of me, that I don't. But I think most people aren't going to have access to like every handheld, like most of the people in the industry. So maybe I'm just approaching it as someone who's just an actual person who just buys items. So most of the time, those people aren't spending their whole lives, going through all the handhelds and all the things out there. So I love Saints Row. Now, I did play GTA. I'm just not, I don't know, maybe I played, Vice City, the ones back in the day on the PS1 and stuff.
Frick, stupid.
Or on the PC, excuse me. I played PC for what? Okay, he didn't get
stupid.
it. Sometimes you don't win them all. I'm like, look, you don't win them all, sir. Excuse me, sir. I call my son sir. I'm saying, look, I'm humbling myself, sir. Look, I'm here to serve you. Okay.
I feel like I'm only winning because I'm the Demogorgon, and it's themed as...
Okay, like if I was... This looked good, this dark light, guys. Don't sleep on this dark light. This is where I'm gonna like...
Why do you keep saying don't sleep?
Like don't sleep on it, meaning like don't skip over and assume like this is looks really, really, really good. Okay? Look, I'm just saying.
My game looks more popular.
This is for because I've noticed, like, look, I do get some views on game-related content, and that's actually what I want to focus on. So, guys, look, if it's video game-related or electric vehicle, because I'm passionate about racing, and I think that electric cars, they bring something different to the table. And I'm not saying I've driven the best of every car, like ICE vehicle, internal combustion engine, but it's exciting to me. So, this new thing that's only going to get better. And I think that there is a lot to, the Malaysian plants that leach out the heavy metals out of the air. I think the biggest thing is air quality. No one really talks about that, but unfortunately, what is it? 3 minutes without oxygen and your life is over. Was it 3 days without water and your life is over? 30 days without food and you're on the brink of not being alive anymore. And so I think that, once we get down to that fundamental last resort, right? Once our food has been contaminated, our water has been contaminated, the last thing is our air. And so I'm like, well, you know what? I am being silly here, but I do want to kind of try to develop a way to clean the air. And I'm like, there's no real business strategy. I'm going to charge people for, so that's all got to be like out of just me wanting to do that, me wanting to develop something. So first I got to get rich, Elon, and then I'm going to develop a machine that cleans the air. Okay, that's my plan, sir. That's what I would do with my billions. No, I he's got a different approach. I'm like, look, at the end of the day, I think we're all going to be billionaires. And me as a billionaire, I'm going to try to clean the air. Keep it, so. I think last time I looked, it was like 16% oxygen in the air. It's really low, guys. There's heavy metals in the air. There's a lot of like not healthy things in the air. So, I don't know how I got on that tangent, but look, I'm going to make my cart for Santa Claus here, guys. Okay, I'm going to say, look, Santa, I'm going to be realistic here, guy. Whoops. No, I'm going to save that for later. Save this for later. I want to try that. I haven't played this, Santa. I haven't played this. This is what I want for real, Santa. Okay. We went over that one. This looks cool, but look, it's like full retail. This Gigasword, shout out to the gentleman who came out with that game. No, Gigasword, dude, I was watching a video on that. Like, it was like a passion project. I'm sorry, sometimes I'm like deep into the night. Shout out to Gunther. No, but I'm just being silly. But sometimes I'm watching and I'm like, it's late. I'm like passing out, but I want to like be positive. I want to shout out to the Hope Corps. Shout out to Free Anderson. You know, I want to be like, look, I'm passionate about video games, and I'm grateful to the people who look. Dave the Diver finally releasing on the Xbox. That's huge for me. Huge news milestone, dude. Yesterday, gosh, I can remember when that won Game of the Year. And then I was like, why is it not on the Xbox? And finally, now I have it on the Switch. I have the hard copy on the Switch. The Switch is my kind of like my preserver of video games. It's like the librarian. I consider the Switch the librarian of the video game world, where I'm gonna like preserve this. No, they do make. It's like the Switch is rugged, but it's not. It's like it's rugged, but you know when you put it in the hands of a 3-year-old, it's not necessarily like the kindest of stuff. Then it's not that rugged. This looked cool, but it's coming out like February. I'm gonna play the demo. Oh, I'm so nervous, guys. Sorry. When I know that people that are amazing are listening, and then I'm like, oh, I'm a bumbling fool, dude. We have every Goat Simulator. I want to get Goat Simulator a hard copy for the Switch just to preserve that. This Cybercore, you know, I'm just leaning on, you know, that Hope Core. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Faria. You know, if I ever get to meet someone I look up to, I'll be like, "Were you in the Peace Corps, Faria? What is this? Like, it's the Peace Corps and you just not getting along on planet Earth." No, I think she's cool. I appreciate her music, and she's really good at video games. So that's why I kind of like. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna like step back. I'm not that good. You know, like I'm like, look, you're always killing me. Like, look, just like, hey, why are you spawn killing me? No, I'm just kidding. Faria doesn't.
Yes.
Another one. DJ Khaled and another one. That's 6 for today, bro. My son, he's on fire, bro. He's in that. He's in his flow state, I think. Faria, why are you never gonna be back in your flow state? You know, sometimes I want to like send a message, but then I'm like, I don't know. Am I cool enough to send a message? I'm like, Faria, last time I was listening to your Twitch stream, and I was like, I appreciate the music. And then I was thinking about another moment. I'm like, why are you never going to be in flow state? And that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you. Life's mystery is why I like making videos that are silly. Because it's fun. You know, sometimes I have fun being creative. And shout out to the people who say, you know, if you watch, you don't feel guilty. Like you have to watch my content just because somehow, you know, I considered you a friend. Maybe you didn't consider me a friend. No, that's what I'm realizing now. During the holiday season, people come to me and say that, you know, I don't love them. And I'm like, I do love you. I do care about you. I'm focused on my sons and also trying to reinvigorate something that I care about artistically. And, you know, if you don't feel like watching it, please don't. I'm like, thank you. But thank you for even considering. So thank you. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel you're able to. You know, obviously if you're not able to, or you have limitations physically, or anything, I say please don't like stress yourself out to do that. I do it because I genuinely am here. I've been here on YouTube almost since the beginning. I don't want to say 20 years because maybe it's slightly shorter than that, but yeah, I just want to support the people who make things that are cool, and I want to be one of those people that make things that are cool here too. So thank you. I love you. And thanks for this is my news. What things on sale? Oh, my news and my wish list to Santa Claus. Look, Santa Claus, $899.01 plus applicable tax.
Or me playing Fortnite and winning 1,000 victory royales.
And yes, thank you, Santa. Thank you for allowing my son. That first and foremost. You don't have to get me anything, Santa. I'm just saying. Yeah, I thought I was a good boy this year, and here's my Santa Claus list. Thank you. I don't know. I'm gonna send this to the North Pole here in a few moments. But thank you for letting my sons and I, and my family, my wife, my mother, all the immediate extending and then slowly extending to literally every person on this planet, because I think we're all related. So at the end of the day, we're all family, and I hope that everyone has a blessed day. And by that, I mean whatever limitations you have, I feel and hope that they're not as heavy as they might be at other times. And if you don't have disabilities, I hope that just the appreciation for having things and having the ability to do things that maybe other people don't, I hope that appreciation connects with you, and that you feel a sort of just love and admiration for your ability to be alive. And yeah, that's what I got. I wish you peace as well, and hope. So shout out to the Hope Corps. I think, and I hope that the Peace Corps and the Hope Corps can get along on planet Earth. Thank you. Santa, please have a safe delivery of all your merchandise this holiday season. You know, I don't know if people talk about this, but Santa Claus has a very difficult job. And, you know, I hope that you don't sustain any injuries while in the acts of doing your obligatory work that you find passionate, that you are passionate about. Excuse me. I don't know. At the end there, I lost it. I felt like I was vibing. I was like, Faria, flow state, Faria, flow state. Okay, I'm just being silly. No, look, I'm just trying to be like, look, I think this person is cool. At the end of the day, probably in reality, that person probably thinks I'm lame and would never want to, you know, like work with me. But I'm just saying, look, I gotta put myself out there. I gotta no, I know. I'm just like, look, I create content, and I'm like, look, I watch other people's content. I'm like, look, this person's cool. Okay, thank you. I love you guys. No, I hope that I don't ever cross the line. Or at least if I do, just say, look, leave me alone. I'll say, I'm sorry. You're just so cool. I can't help but follow you. Maybe that's what happens. I'm like, look, is that how people get to become superstar celebrities? I'll have to ask her. I'll be like, look, for you. Is that how you became this amazing superstar celebrity? That I'm just like, look, you just capture my attention with your ability to sing and play the piano, and actually the guitar as well. I'm like, look, this person brings a lot to the table. And I'm like, when you play video games, then I feel too intimidated and I can't watch. And I'm like, look, where is there a place for me on planet Earth? I'm like, this person's taking up all the space. Okay, no, I'm just being silly. Okay, there. I was trying to find my flow state again. But no, I'm just messing around. Thank you guys. No, I appreciate all the people who comment and subscribe. I appreciate you, you know, and I'm being serious. Don't feel, I don't want anyone to feel guilty and to like think like they have to watch my content, because it's just me being silly, hang out with my family. So if that's something that you would want to see, then boom. Or I just throw ideas out there too that maybe I'll come back to, or maybe hopefully, you know, by vocalizing, maybe look, I'm just saying, Asus, you know, let's do an aluminum framed you know, ROG Ally. And another one. Whoosh. Boom. Okay, thank you guys. We love you. That's number 7.
Everyone just came to see me with Battle Royales, Daddy.
Yeah. Okay, we love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.